Now, to finally answer the question, is this movie good? Well, I went in with really low expectations, and also worth noting is that, as some of you may know, Camp Rock isn't really a Disney property I have a ton of nostalgia for to begin with. That being said, I can't lie. Y'all might hate me for this, but this might be the best Camp Rock movie. I think 1 and 2, as iconic as they are just kind of average kids films, because, well, they are, objectively. I like 2 over 1 because of how much larger everything felt, even down to them embracing a more musical-inspired style for the musical numbers, which, fortunately, by the way, they do in this one as well. But I'm being so real, this is the most surprised I've ever been by a movie I've covered on this channel. Low expectations help, but even after the initial shock wore off, I can't help but think how much this movie mogs the other two. It's not some fantastic piece of art, but it's considerably better than a lot of the other DCOMs I've reviewed on this channel. To start with the positive, I never realized how little the first 2 films took advantage of the setting they were in. It's like 50 different DCOMs that tell the story of being yourself. You don't have to be at a camp to get that message across. This one actually uses the concept of the final jam, plus the actual motivation considering what winning would mean for their careers, as a way to tell a story about why giving it all up to win might not be the move, and that there might be more important things in life. I'm glad this movie didn't just heat up the first 2's nachos. Matter of fact, there's a lot more differences than similarities when comparing this movie with the previous installments. I even thought at first that Malachi's character was just going to be another Shane Gray, where he's a misunderstood bad boy, but they didn't really go that route per se. Some characters definitely fill similar voids, but a lot of the movie is pretty original, with the characters themselves having different struggles. The characters in this movie just have more depth in general. I feel like that just comes with the change of times. But there are some characters in this movie that feel pretty original to it. There's still plenty of tropes and cliches, but you can still tell that the writers went out of their way not to just give us the same DCOM character archetypes. Which honestly makes me curious to see if the other modern DCOMs are consistent with that as well. But I want to hold my breath.